Okay, we have another match going on. I didn't take my dinner break yet because this is supposed to be a very interesting match between Tony DRAGO, the tornado from Malta, and the ringing world champion in straight pool, Mr. NIELS FIEJEN from the Netherlands. Both of those players are not so slow. They like to go. They like to play fast decisions, especially Tony, who produces now his first foul, because in the beginning you have to make sure on the opening break that the two object balls will go to the rail and the cue ball, and only one object ball was going to the rail. And therefore Niels had the option to take it or to let Tony make another opening break. And this brings him -2 points, so the score actually is 0 to -2 in favor of NIELS FIEJEN. And look at that! He's doing the same mistake a second time. So the score is now 0 to -4 in favor of NIELS FIEJEN. He can do that a few times more. Okay, now he's fine. Even a very good one here, because no direct shot available for NIELS FIEJEN, and I'm very interested now what he will choose to play here out of this position. I would go for a foul on purpose, just send a cue ball in the center of the head rail, knowing that my opponent already has -4. But Niels will probably try to put the legal safety together here by hitting the 4-ball on the far outside and sending the cue ball back to the head side of the table. No? It looks like he had the room to had a direct shot on the 4-ball, and he missed it. And now comes the tornado on the table. Tony DRAGO from Malta, a former snooker professional player. He played snooker before as fast as he played pool now. And I tell you what, after all those years he's playing pool now, even though the prize money is not as big as in the snooker world, he really enjoyed to play pool. He really loves that game and has a lot of fun here with all the other players. He still has a little problem with 4 balls. With 4 balls here sticking together a little bit. I mean the 12, the 14, the 5 ball, or is it the 4 and the 8? But I guess he will take care now with the 3 ball of those 4 balls. Wow, he missed the 3 ball. It wasn't an easy shot, very difficult, of course. I mean, So certainly the favorite in this game is the reigning world champion NIELS FIEJEN, and if Tony produces too many falls, certainly NIELS will take care of this match. I guess the 13 ball will be the break ball here. Now playing the 8. Cue ball comes back out, so he can play the 6 or 3 ball in the neighbor corner pocket. So he's playing 10 ball, draw it back, get a good angle to come directly on the other side of the 12 ball for a nice break. Not the angle he wished to have. With this angle he need to play a follow shot over 2 rails to get a decent position. He's pointing now. That's the position where he liked to have the cue ball, and he can get this position with a follow shot over 2 rails. 1, 2. Here it is. I see here one team player of mine from the Salzburg Waltz team, Mr. Richard Huber from Salzburg. He came here from Salzburg over to St. Johann to watch a little bit those European championships here. On the neighbor table, while we having here the action from the world champion, on the neighbor table we have a match going on between Thomas Lüttich from Germany and let me see, and Shaba Neji. I don't know which country yet, but anyway, here we have a world champion in action, and yeah, there's a direct shot here on the 6 ball sitting in front of the pocket, and he was worrying about the 1 ball and the stripe ball before the 1 ball, if those balls will be okay to play it as a combination, and they are. So from there he has now several possibilities to either way take care of those open balls and open the remaining cluster of 5 balls in the rack zone, take care of them later on, or try to solve this problem as soon as possible. Now he has a nice opportunity with a 15 ball. Just play it as a regular break. Yes, that's he did. Now every cluster is completely open, but still nice break shot would be the 4-ball, but then he has to find a nice operative way to get rid of this 2-ball, which is creating a line together with that 11-ball. He let the cue ball running into the 4-ball and solving the problem therefore, but the disadvantage is that he is missing now a first-class break ball so far. He tried to, I guess he was successful to bring the 3-ball in a position where he can use it as a break ball.
Some technical problems with some of the laptops. Players may continue to play, but please score on this impact.
Here we see on the left side Imran Majid, player from Great Britain, sitting here nearby and watching this match between those two great players. So NIELS FIEJEN won his World Championship title last summer in New York, where he beat Francisco Bustamante badly in the final in a race to 200. It was his first world title. He's not only a straight, but he's not a straight pool specialist. He plays all games great. He's an all-round player. He's a very good 9-ball player, very good 10-ball player, very good straight pool player, of course, as a world champion, and also a very good 8-ball. Did I mention it? 8-ball, 9-ball, 10-ball. What else do we got? In America, he also successfully takes part in one-pocket tournaments and bank pool tournaments. Now he has not much of an angle, but he has surely power enough in his stroke to still open up that rack a little bit. Look at this power in his stroke. He didn't have direct access to the 7-ball, so he played it into the 15 to make the shot. Very nice from NIELS FIEJEN. Now you can have a nice view from the top camera. He has a nice angle on the 1-ball, but it's hard to reach. He has to stretch a little bit. NIELS FIEJEN is a certain worker on his game. He's working on his game so many years, for so many hours every day, that he really deserved every success he got. For example, I know I was reading a story once in Billiards Digest that when he was on one of his first trips to the States, he was a guest in a house of a friend of his, and while his friend has to work a usual 9 to 5 job, he spent the time in the pool hall in the neighborhood. While his friend was working, he was playing drills all the time. He played 8 hours just drills, one drill after another, and in the evening when his friend was finished his work, they went out to another pool hall and playing against each other or with other players. So he certainly spent like almost 16 hours a day on the table. And this time, of course, not every day here for so many years. You can do that only occasionally. But with this example, I just want to mention to you that he's a real worker on his game. And really deserves what he achieved here. I personally met him first time in 1999, yes. So that's actually almost exactly 10 years ago I met him first. Met him in a tournament, I don't remember if it was Chemnitz or Leipzig, where there was a big 9-ball tournament. And there we played, for the first time we played a match together, and it was the first time I met him anyway. And I remember that match because it was a tight score, 10-10. I was able to win that match 11-10. But he took revenge on me a few more times before he became world champion now in straight pool, the reigning world champion in straight pool. Oh, look at that. I was missing the 4-ball. Wow. Not an easy ball. But yeah, even world champions can miss the ball from time to time. So, Tony has the problem that there's no first-class break shot available. And he surely is a very experienced player in any aspects of the game, but not so much experience in straight pool for sure. So I want to see his creative solution here, if he can find a solution. Now he has to play the 5 and maybe get a position for the 6 or 10 to either way, the left side pocket or left corner pocket, huh? A little bit too fast. Oh, makeable. Wow, this was very good. It was a very good shot now, especially not only to make the 10, also to keep the cue ball in a nice position now. I guess this is a break shot. I guess cue ball will run into the rack. Yeah, you see from this point of view, from the head camera, if you shoot this ball very hard, the cue ball will miss the rack. So therefore you have to shoot it a little bit more gentle. Ooh. He was missing the 6. So we got a score 29 for Niels Fien and 9 points for Tony Drago. I guess Niels can pass now between the 9 and the 10 ball to get the 13, is that right? No, the 10 can pass the 13. With this ball he can open a little bit the remaining cluster. And now he got again several options to handle this rack. "14 in the side, 1 ball in the side, 4 ball. Probably 14 in the side, going for the 1 or 6 after that. And changing his mind. Going for 1, 5 and 9. It's still a first round match between Niels Fien and Tony Drago. Guess he doesn't have enough angle to open the 2, 8, 11 cluster a little bit. So he will try to play the 9, get into position he marked, get another angle on the 12 from the other side. And he didn't get that angle also. So therefore he has to play position for the 14, probably. Yes. 14, 6, and then he probably has to try to open it with a 7 ball. And hopefully he has to hope a little bit to if another break shot will be left after that action. So he is trying to creating with the 6 ball long shot, creating a little angle on the 7 so that he can have some action here on those 3 balls, 2, 8 and 11. Those balls give him a very hard time in this rack. Now he is thinking in his head about the possibilities when the cue ball with what kind of speed he need to receive what kind of result. There's no break shot available. Need to create one unless he want to get in the background we see 3 German players or 2 German players and 1 national coach. Okay, now he played an 8, try to get some solution here. A little bit harder, and the 11 ball would be a break ball. But it's not. Therefore, he will probably play the 11, and there where he marked with his cue, a spot that where he want to have the cue ball. Then he can create a break with a 2-ball over 2 rails in the back of the rack. Right there. Right there he can play the 2-ball in the side, bring the cue ball 2 rails, long rail, short rail, into the back of the rack. A little bit less angle on the 2, and he would probably go for 1 rail, just a short rail to go into the rack. But with this angle, I'm pretty sure that he will go for 2 rails in the back. Lots of left side spin to make sure that the cue ball will come out of the rack. 1, 2, out of the rack. And here he got the opportunity he was looking for. The 6-ball or the 1-ball. From there he can find his way to continue this rack. For example, if the 11-ball can pass the 12-ball, the 11-ball will certainly lead the ball to open the remaining cluster of balls. If not, I'm sure he will be creative enough to find other solutions. It's just nice to see an expert like NIELS FIEJEN doing his work here. So he's taking care of the 12-ball anyway, so it cannot be in the way of the 11 anymore. He just didn't get the angle he liked to get at the 1-ball. So the cue ball will go probably, oh, he maybe use it as a direct break now. Yes, yes, that's what he was trying to do. Prefers also a pretty offensive style of play here. Style of play which certainly please more viewers. Look at that, he's not shy to let the cue ball travel in 3 rails around the table to achieve the position he wants. And now comes the break shot. Wow. There you saw how much spin he used on the cue ball, how much power he used on his break shots, and therefore you can imagine how much self-confidence he has when he's at the table. When he's on the table, he surely is always full of self-confidence. I never saw him, well, not never, but very rarely you see him hesitating, or you see unsureness in his game. Very rarely you can see that. So he will probably go for the 9 ball as a break shot. Will he? Why 15-7? Why not 7-15? But it works. It's okay. Very good. Perfect. Perfect angle here for NIELS FIEJEN. His high run in straight pull, by the way, is 259 balls, and look at that. Tony Drago forfeit the game. He forfeit the game. I don't know if he even is allowed to do that. Now they have a discussion if he can forfeit the game or not, especially because he's on a bet and win table. So normally here you cannot forfeit your game. You have to play it until the end. And that's why now they have discussion here also with the national coach from Netherlands. And everybody is trying to telling him that he should better continue to play this game. But his point of view is, what can you do if I forfeit the game? What can you do? And so, really, what can they do if you don't like to? Then it's over. Okay, so Tony Drago forfeit the game, and therefore NIELS FIEJEN won his first round straight pull match. The reigning world champion won his first match. So that's it. Now I take my dinner break, and I hope you will enjoy the upcoming matches.